The last few times that I've tried recording, it doesn't pick it up. So we're here. I'm trying to put roofing on my house. I changed my house. I made it bigger. I built a bridge. Yeah, pretty much it. Why is my shield in there? Do not put that in there. Okay, I need to get more wood. Oh, and I made a crop farm. It's gonna look better, trust me. It's just like that right now. Yeah, so that's the plan. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I'm probably gonna go mining. I kind of need to do that. I mean, I have iron, but I need diamonds. You know? And then I'll fix this up, maybe.
On this particular outing, he makes his way toward an enormous mine head frame that has been standing for well over a century. Back in its day, silver ore was hauled up from deep.
Oh my god, why is my phone being so weird?
Note that many of the mines in this region plunge to depths exceeding 2,500 feet.
It's glitching!
Looked over the edge and lowered his camera down into the pitch black shaft below. Initially, the footage reveals nothing more than darkness.
Quite literally glitching, and I don't know what to do.
But as the camera drops further, the sheer depth of the shaft becomes impossible to ignore.
Can I get up there like that?
Hundreds of feet straight down. Then, something completely unexpected comes into frame.
Okay, let me just make this real quick. There we go. Yeah, this ain't gonna be nearly enough. Hold on, I need to go plant. More trees.
At roughly 500 feet below the surface, scattered among debris and crumbling structural support, human remains become visible. A full skeleton is resting against one of the supports. It seems as though someone may have tumbled into the shaft at some point in the distant past and never came back up. Afterwards, Jeff reached out to fellow explorers in hopes of recovering the remains.
Did you hear my TV? No, you didn't.
Nobody was able to bring the skeleton to the surface. The relaxing, mushy
You, in fact, did not hear my TV at all. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh my god, ain't no way. That ad's retarded. And I'm just gonna fill that in with wood, honestly.
They settle into the easy pace of life at sea, lines in the water, when without warning,
I was like,
hold on the other end.
I was crouching. I forgot I was crouching.
He tries to bring up whatever beast has taken the bait.
Jesus.
Refusing to stop,
Big
they
ass
fight on
fish.
together, and eventually a colossal fish breaks the surface. What they're looking at stops them cold. It's a giant Napoleon fish, a breathtaking and endangered species that neither of them will ever forget. This next clip comes from a creator named Wozek Ahmadi, who received a tip from one of his followers about a crumbling, deteriorating property covered in unsettling markings. He'd made previous attempts to document the place, but each one went the same way. Neighbors or passers-by would phone the authorities, cutting the whole thing short before he ever goes inside. This time around, he shows up with a
I need to get
companion
more
and a clear mission. Figure out why this derelict building seems to have so many people looking out for it. They scale the stone wall and make their way around the perimeter. Toward the rear of the structure, they find a window with no glass, just an open frame. On the far wall of that room, painted in vivid red, is a large numeral 6. Directly above, on the second floor, there's another window, and while they're still taking in the scene below, something suddenly falls from that upper opening, loud enough to snap their focus straight upward, back to the wall. The red 6 is still there, but now they notice something they missed before. The door inside that same room has been nailed shut. 6 nails, exactly. At that point, the recurring number stops feeling like a coincidence. Just beside the open window frame, there's a small 3-rung ladder, and on it, they spot what appears to be blood. Vivid, bright red. Whether it's fresh,
I'm gonna go
planted,
bone
or
mill some
something else altogether,
trees.
they can't say, but it's enough to send their nerves into overdrive. So like
Wait, hold on. Yeah. Bone mill some trees. Can I find more? Oh my god! Everything is broken.
Assuming it was nothing more than a pet wandering around.
Y'all remember when there was yellow beds and villagers would be like, oh, the village repeat itself.
That's when he decided to pull up the footage, and what he found on that recording.
I remember that.
Pay close attention to every detail here.
Wait, what am I doing? I have an iron, bro.
The owner is convinced something supernatural is interacting with the dog. The dog appears to be recovering, though it's clearly still unsettled by the whole ordeal. Throughout the footage, the animal is locked onto something, staring, reacting, as though another presence was in the room, even though nothing is visible to us. The owner firmly believes something paranormal entered his home and was responsible for removing the dog's collar. Now, you might wonder whether the dog simply shook it off by itself, but according to the owner, that's just not something that happened. The collar, snugly, has never slipped off on its own and can only be removed by physically taking it off. So what exactly did this owner pick up that night? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Follows is a series of clips all
I don't know why it did not. Oh my god! There we go.
Unsettling things started occurring almost right away.
Back up here. Let's get. I don't think I have enough. Whoa.
When she suddenly shared a clip that felt different from the rest. One zeroing in on a
I don't know if I have
particular
enough.
bad feeling.
But I don't. So. I'm also started taking so long to get out. Like, my audio has not been working, and then every time, like, I think it is working, it's not. And so it takes me forever just to redo it. And it's quite irritating. Oh my goodness, I only have one more. I could have sworn I had, like, I don't know, bro. There we go. Boom. It's done. This is the most basic house ever, except it doesn't have windows. You get sand.
According to them, a previous male occupant had been convinced something in the home was tormenting him, so badly, in fact, that it reportedly drove him to alcohol before luxury of walking away. A couple of days passed, and then she was back with another.
I didn't need that much of it. Anyway, still forgot I was recording. My bad, y'all. But now I'm gonna go outside. Because why not? That might be cool. Might not, I don't know. Don't care. Okay. My foot is asleep and it hurts so bad.
You haven't seen the sun in days, so just make it easier.
I don't know. I need to get another chest actually. There we go. Boom. Yeah, okay.
Even by its own standards, it ranks among the most frightening things he's ever captured. The footage starts with Jelly describing a 2-day journey through mountainous terrain to reach a remote, forsaken cabin with a genuinely disturbing past. Long ago, an elderly couple who called this place home were brutally attacked during a robbery. Their bodies weren't discovered until days after the fact. The cabin has sat empty ever since, though people in the surrounding area insist that the spirits of the couple, along with other dark presences, still linger there.
Okay.
Fully aware of these warnings, Jelly
No, I need to go grab my help because I did not grab it.
The moment he stepped through the door, the atmosphere felt oppressive. Thick cobwebs draped down from above, and every surface was blanketed in dust that had clearly been undisturbed for years. It was obvious nobody had set foot here in a very long time. Yet, as the hours passed by, it became increasingly clear that Jelly wasn't the only one present.
You serious? Stupid creeper.
While he was getting himself settled, a soft voice drifted in from somewhere out in the misty dark. It was unmistakably feminine. Jelly stopped dead. It was spiking. He carefully pushed the door open to look outside. Nothing. Later, sitting down for a meal, quiet knocking started up somewhere along the cabin wall. He tried to write it off as the wind, maybe an animal, but the knocking kept growing harder and more rhythmic, as though something on the other side was demanding to be let in. Then, while Jelly was in the middle of recounting the cabin's tragic
I need
backstory, something
more
stopped him
bones,
cold.
but I don't have any more bones. I could go mining. I said I was going to. I might do that next video.
Istrinya umur 65 malam satu terjadilah pembunuhan yang mengakibatkan kakek dan satu nenek ini yang mengerikan teman-teman ditemukan mayatnya ini sudah jangan di luar.
I don't need that. Okay. Ooh, I'm gonna dye my bed green because, like, why not?
The dark shape appeared to be peering in through the window. Jelly, deep in his story, had no idea it was there, but the camera caught every detail. Once he wrapped up his account, a deep, rumbling growl rolled in from outside. He swept the area with his flashlight, but couldn't locate where it was coming from. Worn out and rattled, Jelly eventually lay down to try and rest.
There we
And
go.
that's precisely when things began spiraling in the worst possible direction.
Siapa? Lalu
Okay. Yo, I think I'm gonna end it here because it's gonna be too long. So I'm gonna end this here, and then yeah. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.